And so I kept quiet for most of my life. I didn't talk about what I was going through. I didn't talk about how I felt, etc., etc., etc. So,
Mhm.
fast forward to now, it's just the number one reason why I want to tell my story is being able to tell my story is a way it's a part of my healing. It's part of my
Mm.
healing journey. I have to speak. Like I was silent for most of my life. I have to speak. I have to
Yeah,
tell my story as a part of my healing. So, yeah,
amazing. The more voices we have, the harder it is to silence us, and the better life will be for those of us that are following the path that you followed and I followed. So it's definitely, it's a personal journey, and it's also a benefit for the society as well, right? Because it's things have changed a lot in the last 5 years, 10 years since I started talking, and now. Have you faced any backlash from maybe that's part of the story too, but
yeah,
for
yeah.
saying what you said?
Yes, it's fun. It's funny because so I grew up very so Somali community is quite Salafi, Wahhabi, quite
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
very intense and extreme in terms of its religiosity, and how and the pressure to always kind of pledge your allegiance to Islam and pledge
Mhm.
your allegiance to Muhammad and Allah, and so like all I knew was, I lived in a. It's funny because I always tell people, yeah, I came to Australia when I was 4. I'm 37 now.
Okay.
Um, so I've been here most of my life, minus a couple of years that I went to Somalia.
Somalia.
But but I was in a bubble. I was in a Muslim bubble in Australia, and I didn't really. All my networks were Muslims. All my friends were Muslim. You know, it's just my whole world and bubble was Muslim. Not only Muslim, but like Salafi Muslim.
Hmm.
You know, um, and so when I was, unpacking Islam and what it meant and all that sort of stuff, I for the most part, preemptively kind of cut out a lot of people because I already knew what the response was going to be.
Yeah.
So I sort of minimized it to the best of my ability. Obviously, there was people who fell through the cracks who you know, and we can go through that maybe a bit later throughout this conversation. But yeah, so yes, I did have backlash, but it was in a very strange way from the kind of Muslims who I didn't expect would give me
Oh.